Welcome to Stevie's Kitchen. Tonight, I'm gonna show you how to make a 3-bean taco salad, high protein, high flavor. You're gonna wanna tune in for this. All right, first thing we wanna get started when doing this 3-bean taco salad is getting the rice going. I have a cup of rice here that I let soak for about 20 minutes. Now, I'm gonna take a cup and a half of water. I'm gonna do about a pinch of salt. And then I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of butter. Put all this in here. Turn on our burner. Once we get this pot boiling, we're gonna reduce it down to a simmer, put the lid on, and let it go for 15 minutes. So now let's get this ground beef going. First, we're gonna start off with about a tablespoon of butter. Got our skillet nice and hot. So we're gonna drop that in there. Let it get melted. And then I have half of a medium onion diced up that we're gonna throw in. And I have 2 cloves of garlic already diced up. They're gonna go in here as well. Add about a pinch of salt on this. Salt's just to help pull the moisture out of those onions and garlic so they don't burn at the bottom. And then we're also gonna get a little bit of cracked black pepper. So now we're just gonna let this go for about a minute or two, just get a nice quick little saute on this onions and garlic. Soften them up, sweat them down, let it get a little fragrance in the air. And then we're gonna go in with 2 pounds of ground beef. So now that it's been about a couple minutes that we got these onions going, sweating down, we're gonna add in our 2 pounds of ground beef. I have my G Farms grass-fed, grass-finished beef that I'm gonna go ahead and throw in here. So now we just want to get all this beef nice and brown. We're gonna get it chopped up. Let it cook for a couple minutes, and then we'll add in our seasonings after it's broken down a little bit. So I'm in here chopping up this beef, just trying to break it down a little bit. And then I was sitting here thinking about this, chopping this beef, and it just reminded me my sophomore year. I'm playing Notre Dame, and we were beating them pretty decently. And I got in a little bit during some mop-up duty. And I remember Notre Dame had this fullback. He was probably like 6'2", 6'3", 240 pounds, was just big. So it's like I'm in the game, they're running the ball. So I'm coming downhill, and I'm thinking he's about to try to fit me up because I'm 6 foot, maybe 200 pounds at the time, maybe. So he got me about 3 pounds, 3 inches, 40 pounds. And I tell you, this man came and chopped me. I just got up and looked at him. I was like, you little bitch. So every single time I think about chopping, I'm just like, man. So now that we got this pretty much chopped down, it's not fully cooked. But now this is about the time we want to start adding your seasonings. So I got some garlic powder that's going down. Do about a tablespoon of garlic powder. About a tablespoon of onion powder. About 2 teaspoons of oregano. Another 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Do about a teaspoon of red chili flake. You can do more if you want. Depends on how spicy you want it to be or not. I'm gonna do about 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. And we're gonna do about 2 teaspoons of cumin. Get another pinch of salt, pinch and a half. Always start under, because you can always add salt, you can't take salt out. So always start with less and then slowly add more. So now that we have all our seasonings in here, we're just gonna chop this back up. If you want to, you can put a teaspoon or probably like a 1/3 cup of water in here and let it all kind of simmer. I honestly don't do that. I know that used to be the old school method I remember back when I was a little kid. And you buy that taco pack and you sprinkle the taco pack all over your meat, and then it'd say fill the taco pack up with water and then pour that so it can all simmer together. There's honestly gonna be enough fat that comes out of this beef That's gonna act as a moisturizer. So that's all the liquid that personally you need. And then once that happens, got everything chopped, all these seasonings mixed together. And then we're just gonna let it sit for another minute or so on low heat so it can all just simmer together. So now that we have the meat done and seasoned, I got black beans, kidney beans, and garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, that I'm about to add to this. So this is where we get our 3-bean taco salad from. We're just gonna add them all in here. It doesn't matter if your meat is still cooking or not. These are already pre-cooked, so you don't need to really do much to them. But I'm just gonna slowly fold them in, try not to spill them out the pot too bad. But so now that we have all this done, only thing we really have to do now, I'm gonna add some spinach, so I have some greenery. I prefer spinach over lettuce, just adds a little bit more nutrients. And so we're gonna add rice, we're gonna add spinach, and then we're gonna put this mixture on the top of it. And then from there, you'll have your high protein 3-bean taco salad ready to go. So now I'm just gonna get a few cherry tomatoes chopped up. You don't have to add these into your taco salad. I just personally like them. You can use whatever tomatoes you want, but I had cherries, they were on sale. So I'm just getting a little rough chopping all these, put them to the side, and then these will end up being garnish whenever after I make the bowls, just to add on the top. So now I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna build this bowl. Like I said, I like spinach, so I have some washed spinach right here. Get out a little generous portion. It's gonna go on the bottom. The only reason I'm putting this on the bottom, because whenever I'm gonna put this rice on it, and the heat from the rice is gonna make that spinach wilt a little bit. So I'm gonna get a little scoop of rice. It's gonna go right down there. It's gonna be a little less than half a cup. So we're gonna do 5 portions. And then we're gonna come in here with all of our protein and beans, drop it on top. And from there, I'm gonna add a few tomatoes right on top. And just like that, you have your 3-bean taco salad. Now let's get down to it. It's the taste test. Let's see how this stacks up versus other taco salads that you had. See, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of everything. I'm probably not going to, but I'm gonna try. There we go, spinach. Oop, missing the chickpea. Got every single thing. It's for you. It's the lightest taco salad you're ever gonna eat. Guilt-free, I promise you that. Make this.